One thing is how you do everything. If you feel good, feel confident in yourself, how you go about everything else is just going to be significantly affected in a positive way.
Review everything from last week, get an idea on what's going to happen next week. All right, so this was the lowest and this was the highest. So everything in between was just a range.
I have my TPs based off of what I'm risking. So if I'm risking 50 points, then my TP is going to be. But I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tour because there's always people asking, show me the crib, give me a tour. I got this for making $50,000 on WAP. This is the main view and everything. This is the main office. You have everything you need to make it happen. I wrote that in 6/124. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, I'm Andre Diaz, 22-year-old day trader, entrepreneur, whatever you want to call me, but I don't want to yap your heads off. Right now, it is Sunday morning. I'm not going to lie. If you watched yesterday's vlog, it was a busy-ass day. I was busy all day long. And then I ended the night off after I ate some food, after I edited the vlog, posted the vlog. My neighbor had hit me up. He said he wanted to take some shots, and we got lit. I ain't going to lie. But you can have some fun when you work for it, because guess what? I'm still right back up at 9:30. Honestly, not hungover or nothing. I'm chilling for the most part. We just back to work, just another day. Work hard, play hard. If you want to have a certain lifestyle, you can have it. It's not going to be easy. It may not be fun. It may not do the things you want to do, but guess what? It's possible. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about what you do. What you do is key. And what am I about to do right now? I'm about to be active with VIP. We're about to go over all of last week's price action, back test all of last week, and then we're going to get our expectations and the outlook for this week's price action and this week with the market. So we're going to see what we can do. With that being said, I'm going to bring you guys inside of the chart with the team and everything. So let's have a great Sunday. All right, after a whole bunch of trying and error, we're trying to get this damn camera on. Finally got it on, but we about to get this stock carded. I said call carded. I have dyslexia or something. About to get this call recorded and started. Let's get to work.
Price action, back testing done. Review everything from last week, get an idea on what's going to happen next week, and just do what we do. We're just going to start off from Sunday. Same thing we always do. The same thing I did last Sunday is the same thing that I'm doing today. The process doesn't change. So we're going to go mark up right here. This is Sunday gap going into Monday. So all the price action moving forward was from this week. This was Monday. This was Tuesday. Let me make sure I have this on to make it a little bit easier. This is Monday. This is all Tuesday. This is all Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's why we have the daily dividers to easily see where one whole day is. It just makes it very easy for us to be able to just come to the charts and mark it up. So if we're going to be marking on Monday, we're going to be marking up the previous day's highs and lows from the day before, which in this case would be Friday's price action. So we're going to mark up the previous day's high, previous day's low. You can see that the previous day's high was ran, the previous day's low wasn't, but it overall ended up closing still a slightly bullish day. Now, in my opinion, Monday didn't have a lot of good price action. This is pretty shit in my opinion. I'm not sure what was Monday. What was Monday? It was inauguration, right? It was a holiday. That's why. This was a holiday, so that's something to annotate, because if you always want to understand why price does certain things, why price is consolidating, why it's trendy, the shittiest day of the week was on a holiday. So what does that tell us? That the day where we didn't have as much volume, at least as much volume earlier on in the day, because then we did have the inauguration later on in the day, which kind of added to this drop right here that we had, because it affected it in that way. But even in general, the overall market direction for the day didn't do shit. It was a choppy day. So if we have to combine what a choppy day would be, as closest to what we actually have to go off of, it will be days that are likely either Mondays or holidays. So those are days that you might want to be cautious of. And what do I mean cautious? When you're doing your back testing, when you're doing your forward testing, be aware of the days that certain things are happening. If you're aware that today's looking choppy and it's a Monday, or it's looking choppy and it's a holiday, that's something you may want to keep in mind, that it may not be the day that have the best conditions. And if it doesn't have the best conditions, it doesn't mean you're going to likely get a good trade. How did you add those dividers for the day? If you look at the session from yesterday, and I can show you the settings, but if you just look right here, it's ICT New York Open. But if you go to the session from last night that I uploaded, I forgot, I'm not sure what part in it, if you skim through it, but I showed the settings and everything for both that indicator and the Eastern session indicator. So you can get both of those in there. You'll have it all for you. But now from there, we're going to move on to staying on Monday, but I want to see where some ideal trade opportunities would have been, because as you guys know, just because it was a holiday, just because the conditions weren't good, doesn't mean that there weren't trade opportunities. It just doesn't mean that they were high probability. right? That doesn't mean that there wasn't opportunity in general. So if we look right here at 8 o'clock in the morning, we had some volume. Now, I remember this day specifically too. There was no news at 8 in the morning. There's no Asian session indicator for Sunday because it's a little bit of a weird day because it's like Sunday, half Friday. But I'm gonna mark this up myself real quick. But I'm gonna move on to the next day, just like Tuesday. Tuesday we definitely do. And Tuesday is the day that we actually call some trades. So we're gonna do the same thing. Previous is high, mark up the previous is high for Monday and the previous is low for Monday. And now you see the Eastern session is already here, marked up. So the bias as of right now has already been bullish. Why is the bias been bullish? Just from clearly what price action is doing. The fact that if we just look at this little area right here, price was consolidating before it had to push up, retracement, before pushing up, it came down, grabbed the liquidity before starting to push up again. And then in this case, this right here, I'm gonna try to make this closer. This point in time within this little schematic that I drew is where we would be here. So me expecting price to be bullish is because I already see that the last couple of days have already been bullish. If I want to stick to what is more likely than unlikely, it will be longs. And especially we're on US 30. It's US 30. US 30 primarily goes to fuck up. Not always, but probability wise, it's more likely to go up. And especially if the days before that have been going up, it's just more likely. So if you see that all this has been very bullish, what would be my target? My main target at this point of time would just be looking to see price at least get to this previous high. When you're looking for a bullish bias and you have a previous high that is able to get target, that's going to be one of your easiest places to be able to get out of a trade. It's not always going to get hit, but I can guarantee you if price is going to continue in a specific direction, if it's going to keep going one direction, it's going to continue to run either previous highs or lows. And that just goes on any day. Look, any day that's been bullish or bearish, what are the chances that it runs a previous high or low? It's pretty damn likely. On this bullish day, it ran the previous high. Over here, this was more of an inside day, so this day didn't really do much. It just kind of stayed in the range. This days before that, previous high, it broke the previous high, moved bullish. Over here, the day we're looking at, broke the previous high, went bullish. But overall, when you're looking for a price to go a specific direction, let's just say bullish or bearish, target those previous highs and lows. Like those are going to be the easiest places for you to have like a concrete, this makes sense. Because no matter what, if you're bullish, likely you're going to want to see that previous high get hit at some point. If you're bearish, you're likely going to want to see that previous low get hit at some point. Now, that doesn't mean you have to only wait for that. But if you can align that previous high low, which are 1 to 2, if you can get out at 1 to 2 even before that previous high, it just makes more sense. And that's what's going to keep you in the game. But looking at this price action, if I would have woken up at what time? At 9 o'clock, I would have seen that 9 o'clock would have already been overall in a spot where it looked like it was ready to target this high. Why? Because London session has been just clearly one direction. When I wake up and I see that everything from 12 a.m. go ad free, fuck off. No, I'm cheap. But if I would have seen that price has just been bullish since London, not really doing much besides slowly pushing, and we had a previous high up here that was still untouched and we're already bullish, this definitely would have been somewhere that I would have been looking for price to be able to target. Now, once I have my target, it just comes down to finding an area that makes sense. Now, how do I get my trades? I'm either looking for a fair value gap fill, or I'm looking for a run of an old higher low. In this case, the Asian session high is up here and the previous high is up here. So I can't get no short unless we're up here. So if I'm all the way down here at 9 o'clock, I can't take a short yet. So in my opinion, unless we start running these London lows, I have to trade off of a gap. And in my opinion, where is the first gap that I see? Based off of 9 o'clock's price action, we retraced back into this older 1 hour gap, which was right in here. It wasn't the first time it traded off it. It traded off this gap the first time at 8 o'clock and then traded off it again at 9 o'clock. If I were to go to the higher time frame, there may be a 4 hour gap that was within there. I'm gonna just check just to make sure for the sake of the back test. So if it's right there, it's this old one, but technically that wouldn't have been before the move. Let me just make sure real quick. Oh yeah, what up, right here. So there was a 4 hour gap. This high right here was a 4 hour gap. That's actually perfect. Y'all see that? Come on now. You see how they align? That's a nice area to pay attention to, but that's exactly where we took the trade from. I remember this trade vividly. It was either I took the trade from here or when price retraced. It was either one or, but the same trade idea happened a few times. But we were already bullish. So in my head, I'm simply just waiting for price to trade into my gap. at the right time. And if I even want to take it a step further and I want to pull a fib, I could try it from the London low to the current high before we retrace. So basically, before we had this whole push, this was the highest point in price. So this was the lowest and this was the highest. So everything in between was just a range. So if I would have drawn a fib from that lowest point to the highest point, if I just keep it simple and just have the 50% of it, it also tapped into the 50% of it. If I would have had it as my continuation level, it's holding these areas right in here. Now this is a smaller range, so even if I would have tried to get the safest entry possible, meaning I would have got in as soon as price either hit that first gap or the 38.20% with about a 50-point stop loss, that's still a decent trade because I'm able to get the safest entry and still have enough drawdown in case it wanted to hit this 50%, in case it wanted to fully close the gap, and even if it wants to go a little bit lower, you know what I mean? And that's the best thing you want to put yourself in a situation of. But in terms of the reasons why this was a good trade, so confirmation wise, we have a 1 hour and the 4 hour for value gap. Like that's okay. The 4 hour for value gap. Like that's the main in terms of my system, right? It wasn't a false break. It was a fair value gap fill. We were bullish and I waited for price to retrace into a bullish fair value gap so I can continue taking price higher. And then I waited for it to also trade into our fib long, meaning I had a specific area that I was going to buy low. That's all the fib is used for, to buy low and sell high. It showed me an area that makes sense for me to buy low, and I also aligned that area with the higher time frame for value gap. We were already bullish, so in my opinion, that alone is enough for me to want to take the trade, especially because this is all happening at 9:30. Like all this is more than enough right now. Like this by itself is enough for me to take the trade, and probably all I needed to be able to take the trade, especially because I already had a target in mind, meaning that previous is high. So in terms of getting that trade, let's just say we got the safest entry, not the best entry. We go off of if we got the safest bare minimum entry. And that's how we backtest, because if we can learn to backtest the bare minimum, then everything else would be way easier. Now, previous is high from here to here, that's a 1 to 2.6. It's not a bad trade. Like I said, you could have been able to even get out before the previous is high. Like you would have been able to get a 1 to 2 right here. But even then, like I said, the sky's the limit. These are the trades that if I would have been holding all week, they could have been crazy. Now, I didn't trade my live account this week. But like a trade like this, if I would have held it all week or even just held a small position, these are trades that can keep running. And for all I know, it just keeps on running, keeps running, and price doesn't come back here for who knows, maybe a year, maybe 5 weeks, maybe 6 months. You never know. But it's still the same thing. Like it's not like I actively was trying to go for a swing trade, but me just going for a regular trade, me just going for a normal how I trade can then lead to me being able to hold something long term. And that's what most people need to understand. Like a lot of time you don't got to change your system and everything in terms of just swing trading or day trading. It just comes down to taking the same trades you would take, just holding them longer and trading on a different time frame. But this is a good trade right here. Very simple trade, bullish bias. We had a nice little previous high that we were looking to get targeted. We were already bullish, and all we did was go to the higher time frames, 4 hour and the 1 hour. We found some gaps. We waited for price to retrace into it at the specific time, which is 9:30. And then from there, we just wait. And then you just let it do its thing. But that's going to be for Tuesday. Tuesday was a great day.
All right, just got done the call. Good little session, everything. The one thing I'll say that I like about doing the sessions like early on these mornings, especially like the calls like this, is I wake the fuck up. Like I have no choice but to wake the fuck up. Like I may have been semi hungover a little bit, but I'm fully awake now, like fully on my toes. Like I'm ready to box up, you know what I'm saying? Ready to go to the gym, ready to hop in the shower, ready to go crazy, ready to go outside and live life. That's the one beneficial thing I love about doing these sessions, is even though I'm giving value to everybody else, and even though it's a 40-minute call of just straight game, it wakes me up too. This is a win-win. All right, somebody in VIP just asked a question. They said, Dre, how do you know where TP1 and TP2 will be? I'm just gonna do a voice recording for him real quick. I have my TPs based off of what I'm risking. So if I'm risking 50 points, then my TP is gonna be 50 points for TP1. My TP2 is gonna be 100 points. I go based off of what I'm risking. And if it aligns with an area in price action, that's just additional. The one thing with the voice thing is sometimes it be putting some weird letters. It said TPY, CPY. Like, bro, I didn't even say CP. Yeah, but yeah, I have it based off of what I'm risking. If I'm risking 50 points, TP1 is going to be 50, TP2 is going to be 100. Just keep it simple, man. But I'm about to upload this call for everybody that wasn't able to make it, because I know not everybody's, going to be crazy like me and waking up with 4 hours of sleep every day. But you know what? We here. We can get it done. Let's upload this call for everybody so they can take advantage of it, along with all this other content. For everybody that wants to join VIP, I don't think you realize how much game you have. Like, yes, you get access to the live calls, but these sessions in itself, you have over like 75, probably almost 80 hours of content just on money, mindset, trading. It's just crazy. Like this one right here is just another 40-minute session just added to the books. Not gonna lie though, from looking at the date, I just remembered that tomorrow's gonna be the day that we're gonna be announcing the winner for the $2,000 live account with Hanko Trade. It's gonna be tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day. If you wanna know the little basic of the rules, I'll summarize it real quick. If you wanna get entered to the giveaway on how you can win the $2,000 live account, you just gotta be following me. You gotta be following Hanko Trade. Follow me on both Instagram and YouTube. You don't gotta follow them on Instagram and YouTube. Just follow them on Instagram because that's where I'm gonna do the giveaway. I'm gonna do it live on Instagram for you all. And you have to have a bare minimum of just deposit of $50 in the Hanko Trade. Yes, they want to make sure that the people they're giving the money to, people that actually use their company, not just people that are going to put their money into a different broker. So that's what they want to make sure. As long as you got those three things, you have access to win $2,000 live account. So see what we can do. Like I said, it's going to be live on Instagram, but I just remembered that from looking at the date. Time goes by fast as shit. It's just crazy. All right, right now, I'm about to stop listening to this, listen to some Coach Kyle. It's approximately about to take my card. It's about to be 12 o'clock. But as of right now, the main thing that I've been doing is I just been cleaning up the whole entire crib. Like I said, I got done the call and I just cleaned the crib and everything. I clean the crib like every fucking day. But I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a tour because there's always people asking, show me the crib, give me a tour. I feel like you guys know what the crib looks like, but for the people that don't know what the crib looks like, this is the bathroom inside of the office, and now I'm gonna show you everything else. All right, so we come out the bathroom, we walk over here. This is my overall office. I got the chair. Yeah, I'm saying that turns into a futon. I have the old whiteboard. I've had this for a while. I have a whole video on this on how I'm gonna make $1 million with everything, and it all comes down to trading. Trading to my live accounts, to funded accounts, to attention with YouTube and VIP. But as you can read this, you have everything you need to make it happen. I wrote that in 6/1/24, FBA Capital. But we on the move. I don't want to erase that until I make $1 million. But over here, we have the setup. As you guys see me every day, I trade on. This is the setup that all the money making gets made right in here. I got everything behind it, you know what I'm saying? It's all just powered by this nice little MacBook, you know what I'm saying? Apple Power. Got a TV back there that's old that I had from the living room. Recently just updated this closet. I added these two things in here. Gun case from my other gun, bag, Gucci bag, MCM bag. I got this for making $50,000 on WAP. Bag, you know what I'm saying? Do-rags that, I need to get new do-rags. These do-rags are all cooked. Coming to the living room, you got the lion, you got the Prada painting. Over here, you got the big ass Ross mirror that just shows you how nice the crib is from the background. Then you got the living room, you know what I'm saying? Bada bing, bada boom, view, balcony. Girlfriend's over there sleeping, the dog bed. This is the TV that I was just telling you guys about. So the one that I had over there was originally where this was, this new one, but this is a 75-inch TV. Come over here, you got the area that never gets used. I was going to make a coffee and then I realized I got no water. Shit's kind of crazy. And these are like open and I don't want to drink them because they're flat. It's just unfortunate, very unfortunate. I got to go get some water. And then I have the dogs over here. I originally had this gate right here, but I moved it back today to give them more space back here so they can not be all in my shit. So yeah, now we got more room over here. But yeah, this is the crib out. Nothing crazy. I'm not gonna show over there. That's just, like I said, that's my girlfriend, where she is and everything. But this is the main view and everything. This is the main office. But I just got it all cleaned up, folded some clothes and all that. Just making shit nice and clean. I love shit to be nice and organized. It's a key tip I'll give you guys for watching this before I get on to doing with the rest of my day. She's scared. She like just popped up over there and I just see like in her peripheral, like a shadow. But yeah, just have a clean state of mind. If you have a clean state of mind, have a clean environment, the likelihood of you moving efficiently is way more likely. All right, I'm in the car right now. So the plan of action, my girlfriend is in the crib right now. I want to get this car cleaned because now that the weather is semi-nice, I don't think it's going to be raining anytime soon. And even if it does rain, I have the car in the garage, fortunately. So I'm going to go take the car to get clean. I want to go get the car, get gas and everything. Also, I got to get the car serviced. I think I got to do it probably tomorrow. Today's Sunday. Yeah, I can't do it today anyway. Today's Sunday. Probably got to do it tomorrow. I'm going to probably try to get my car serviced either Monday or Tuesday, and I'm going to try to do it early in the morning so that I'm probably going to end up having the VIP call
while the car's getting serviced. Like if you guys know, I've got my car serviced multiple times and made content out of it. Like I just sit there, they have like a big waiting lounge area, and I just wait there, and I'd be the only one there, so I'd be chilling, especially because I go early. But we're gonna see. That's the plan of action right now. I'm gonna let this car warm up. Crazy, but just gotta clean it up. Same way I clean the crib up, gotta clean up the car. I gotta get a haircut too, so I'll probably end up getting a haircut this week. Yeah, just how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you feel good, like for example, I'm wearing a nice cologne. This is an Italian cologne. Monsieur, you guys were there when I bought it, but I smell good right now. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you feel good, if you feel confident in yourself, how you go about everything else is just going to be significantly affected in a positive way.
That's going to be called Andre's, and you're going to put that link until we launch. So I think we should launch around the...
All right, just got back to the crib. Car's nice and clean though. About damn time. Now I was on a call and everything. It don't even look like it's that clean. I ain't got a crazy watch though. Just gotta get a picture. And this shit died. I ain't gonna lie. I need this to get in though. That's kind of unfortunate. I ain't gonna lie. My girlfriend is still sick, so I'm gonna be taking her to the urgent care. I'm waiting for her to come back. She just needs to grab her ID. But yeah, she's been sick the last few days, but I think it's just about time. Take her to the urgent care. Hopefully you get some actual answers, prescription, some medicine, something. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So I haven't gone to the gym. We're going on Instagram Live, but it's just gonna have to wait for now. Still haven't ate. I ordered food to the apartment, and then I had to change the address to the urgent care because she decided we're gonna go. So yeah, what a day. But this is reality. This is life for you. You know, our team. So I'm back from the urgent care and everything. So surprisingly enough, we went to the urgent care and it solved nothing. They gave her medicine and we sat there waiting for probably, I don't even know how long. They sat there to the point where my phone died. Multiple people came in. There was a guy that looked like he fell off a whole motorcycle. His whole his whole hand was like these. His knees was cut up. I'm like, damn, it's just critical. But I think it was more or less just because I don't think they sensed anything seriously wrong with my girlfriend. Like we did like the whole pre-checkup and everything just to see if everything was wrong. And I think they kind of just figured it was something, just sickness in there. It wasn't really too much they could do besides just like give her the little medicine that they did. So we ended up just leaving after hours and hours of just waiting. We ended up just leaving. So yeah, I ended up making a lot of this vlog just educational. So make sure you take advantage of that. If you want more game just like that, join VIP because I only give you guys like 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes of the game out of the hour call. A lot of game on a daily basis, a lot of stuff you can learn. So make sure you take advantage of it, especially for how cheap VIP is. The value you get is crazy, but I'm never gonna make it extremely expensive. This is for the people that don't have the money that wanna change their life. Because the value in there, I'll let the results speak for themselves. But with that being said, this is gonna be the end of the video. Great video, we're active every day, no days off, just staying productive, staying as busy as possible, chasing our dreams, living our life. So with that being said, if you want to learn the same day trading concepts that I use on a daily basis to catch all my trades that help me make $20,000 every single month, the free trading course has everything you need. And then once you're ready to join VIP, you know where to find me. So be safe. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's daily video.